Chair now recognizes Chairman Burchett from Tennessee.
Say that with disrespect in your voice, Mr. Chairman. Governor, you mentioned that President Trump lost all 3 times. I believe that's an error, and that's a conspiracy theorist. I believe you spoke in error there, but
No, he lost Minnesota all 3 times.
okay. Well, I'm glad you corrected that.
He doesn't agree with that,
I don't
though,
care.
Chair.
We're good. Have you ever used taxpayer funds directly or indirectly to take action against individuals suspected of disclosing potential wrongdoing within a government entity?
I have not.
Well, almost 30 whistleblowers accuse you and your administration of retaliation. Would you say that's a conspiracy then?
I can't speak to what they said. I can tell you it didn't happen.
Okay. Are you aware of reports alleging state officials have engaged in retaliation against whistleblowers?
No, I'm not. Not specifically, no.
You're not aware of that when 30 have come forward? Okay.
I am not. I believe these are
Okay.
internet. We have options. The OLA, we have independent folks that they can come to, and I encourage them. It's against the law in Minnesota. I have executive orders.
It's against the law here, but it doesn't stop it. What actions have you taken to protect whistleblowers in your state, sir? And has anyone faced consequences for retaliation? If so, who?
Well, in Minnesota, we have nonpartisan legislative auditor. We have zero tolerance. The Minnesota Whistleblower Protection Act prohibits retaliation. I signed executive order in 2025, added protections. The law explains and clarifies protections around what reports are protected and who can report issues. They're strong. When I was here, I was an advocate for the IGs, and I think that's well known in my 12 years here that we need them.
Okay. Well, a whistleblower told our office that her supervisor at the Minnesota Department of Health and Human Services threatened to make her job difficult. And the supervisor that did that later received a promotion. Would that surprise you? And can you confirm if this account is accurate?
No, I can't confirm it, and I don't make HR decisions, but when I'm being very clear about this, there's a zero tolerance for whistleblower retaliation in Minnesota.
Can you, how can any agency combat fraud when retaliation goes unchecked?
It makes it more difficult. That's why we don't allow it.
Do you think that any the fraudsters sent stolen funds to Somali terrorist groups?
Pardon me?
Do you think that any of the Somali folks that received funds sent any of that money to any of the stolen funds to Somali terrorist groups?
There's been reports done and investigations done on this, and I don't believe there's any proof to support that.
Okay. Mr. Attorney General, do you recall a December 2021 meeting with individuals connected to Feeding Our Future, during which you stated there will be cases that you know, I want you to feel free to call me directly, and then I call up and what's the problem? And let me tell you, just letting the inquiry from AG is sometimes enough to make people knock it off.
Congressman, yeah, I was at a meeting like that. Let me just say that I've reported on this numerous times. I've been in front of a committee in the Senate. I'm here today. I was in front of a state House committee. This is a widely discussed matter, and I've been fully transparent. But let me just be clear. These people were fraudsters, as everyone here agrees. They were liars. They lied to me. They lied to courts. They lied to everyone. And I would like you to know that I do meet with community meetings all the time. I mean, it's a regular part of my job. Nothing unusual about me meeting with people. Nothing unusual about me telling people if you got a problem, my office will try to help you. But these people were liars and fraudsters.
Okay.
The main thing is I'd like you to know is that we're down so many federal prosecutors that it has put our ability to hold these people accountable definitely at a loss.
Yes, sir. 8-hour days do get long. In September of 2022, you issued a press release titled, "For 2 years, Attorney General Ellison's office has held Feeding Our Future accountable." Does that sound familiar?
Thank you for the question, Congressman. Let me tell you, the Department of Education.
Does it sound familiar or not, sir?
It certainly does. And
okay.
The Department of Education.
How much did you receive in campaign contributions from individuals charged in the Feeding Our Future case?
Every campaign donation I got was returned to all authorities.
Okay. Everybody knows about the $250 million in fraud for Feeding Our Future case, which was prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office in Minnesota. but there were just 2 other large site sponsors that you settled with instead of prosecuting them. Why did you not prosecute Partners in Quality Care or the Gar Family Services?
Because my office doesn't have jurisdiction to prosecute in those cases.
Well, you allowed them to dissolve, but no one was prosecuted. And PIQC
They still
is
may
accused,
be,
sir,
Congressman.
PIQC is accused of $300 million in fraud as significant assets, yet no charges and no attempts to recover taxpayer money. I'll remind y'all, $19 billion. I was a state legislator, and I can remember when our state budget was $19 billion. This is money that's been stolen, and it will not be recovered, and you all are to blame, and every dadgum one of you all ought to step down. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.